The man of the moment, Neymar.
He's a fantastic footballer, an outstanding player.
Best skill.
Neymar. What if everything you thought you knew about Neymar's PSG exit was a lie? What if it wasn't just about injuries, trophies, or legacy, but a deep betrayal, a personal war, and a broken promise? What if behind Neymar's departure from Paris was a secret battle no fan ever saw?
Neymar, I know he was good.
Fantastic footballer, an outstanding player.
A battle not just against defenders on the pitch, but against power, control, ego, and manipulation. This is not just a story about football. This is a story about fame and its cost. The world saw Neymar leave PSG in 2023 with whispers, headlines, and a shrug. Some called him washed, some said he failed. Others blamed injuries, poor decisions, or simply bad luck.
Neymar, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Quatrième, et la frappe enchaînée. Centre de Diallo pour Neymar.
The betrayal by those who were supposed to protect him. The loneliness of being the most expensive player in the world. The mental war that broke Neymar long before he left Paris. And the shocking chain of events that made Neymar realize he had to escape. This is the dark truth behind Neymar's PSG exit. Why did Neymar really leave PSG? Not the headlines, not the press releases, the real reason. Why did the golden boy of Brazil, the most expensive player in football history, the man who was supposed to take PSG to Champions League glory, end up walking away from it all? Was it injury, ego, the rise of Mbappe, or something much more sinister? Why did Neymar seem to fade into the background just as his prime years were supposed to begin? The common belief is simple. Neymar couldn't stay fit. He partied too much. He wasn't serious. But what if that belief is wrong? What if the truth is far more personal and painful? On August 15th, 2023, Neymar officially signed with Al Hilal in the Saudi Pro League. It felt sudden, unceremonious, cold. There was no grand farewell, no teary goodbyes, no statue, no tribute video, just a quiet announcement. And then, from 222 million euros to Saudi Arabia, from the Camp Nou to Riyadh, many fans felt confused. Others didn't care. The football world had moved on, but Neymar hadn't. Inside, he was burning. That exit wasn't the result of one bad season. It was years in the making, slow, painful, and filled with wounds no camera ever captured. To understand Neymar's PSG exit, we need to go back to where it all began. February 5th, 1992, Mogi das Cruzes, Brazil. Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. was born into a modest family. His father, a former footballer, instilled in him the love for the game. But they didn't have much, just hope, talent, and a dream. By the age of 6, Neymar was already dazzling local crowds in futsal courts, dancing with the ball like it was glued to his feet. At 11, his family moved to São Vicente to chase better footballing opportunities. Life was tough, money was tight, but Neymar never stopped playing. One story says they couldn't afford electricity, so he practiced by candlelight. Another claims his father carried him on his back to matches across town. This was the beginning of a boy who wasn't just chasing football, but escaping poverty. In 2003, Neymar joined Santos FC's youth academy. It didn't take long before whispers began. This kid is special. But Brazil wasn't always kind. Scouts doubted his size. Some said he was too skinny, too flashy, immature. In 2005, Neymar had a chance to join Real Madrid's youth system. At just 13, he impressed in Spain, outplaying boys older and bigger than him. But his family made a shocking decision. They declined. His father believed Neymar wasn't ready to move abroad yet. The risk was too high, the heart too young. The world would have to wait, and Neymar stayed in Brazil, rejected by Europe for now. In 2009, at just 17, Neymar made his professional debut for Santos. It was electric. He scored 14 goals in his debut season. In 2010, he exploded. 42 goals. Copa do Brasil winner, South American Footballer of the Year. At 18, Neymar was already Brazil's biggest star. By 2013, every club in Europe wanted him. Real Madrid, Chelsea, Bayern. But he chose Barcelona. Why? Because of Messi. Because of the dream. Neymar arrived with fanfare, but also controversy. His transfer fee sparked investigations. Rumors swirled of under-the-table deals. But on the pitch, Neymar was majestic. In 2015, MSN was born. Messi, Suarez, Neymar. They tore Europe apart. That year, Barca won the treble. Neymar scored in the Champions League final. He was 23, on top of the world. In 2017, Neymar shocked the world. 222 million. The most expensive transfer in football history. Neymar to Paris Saint-Germain. But why? Why leave Barca at your peak? Neymar believed he needed to leave Messi to become the best. He wanted to win the Ballon d'Or, to become more than just a sidekick. But PSG wasn't just a new club, it was a new world. Paris welcomed him like a king, but the kingdom had hidden traps. Injuries started to pile up. In 2018 and 2019, he missed crucial Champions League knockout ties. The media turned on him. Worse still, in 2019, Kylian Mbappe began to rise, and with him, a silent battle began. Neymar was promised he'd be the face of PSG, the leader, the one. But the club started favoring Mbappe. More media attention, more control, more influence. In 2021, reports emerged. Mbappe had more power at the club than Neymar. Tactical decisions, signings, even penalties, it all began shifting. And Neymar felt it, deeply. Between 2019 and 2023, Neymar's body began to betray him. Ankle injuries, ligament issues, endless recoveries. But the pain wasn't just physical. He was mocked by fans, booed in his own stadium, branded as a flop. Behind the scenes, things got worse. In 2022, PSG reportedly tried to sell him, but no club wanted to pay his wages. He was no longer untouchable. And then came the ultimate blow. In 2023, after yet another injury, Neymar learned through agents, not club officials, that PSG were planning to push him out to fund new signings. The player they built a team around, discarded like a burden, and Neymar snapped. He had stayed loyal, he had suffered, but now they wanted him gone. Not even a proper farewell, no ceremony, no final goodbye to the fans. But was this really the end? Some say Neymar sold out, that he chased money, not legacy. But others saw something deeper, a man broken by the pressure of expectation. A player who carried Brazil for a decade, a star who was never allowed to be human. In Saudi Arabia, Neymar sought peace, a reset, a place where he could just play, without scrutiny, without betrayal. He didn't get the redemption arc fans dreamed of. No Champions League win, no death. But perhaps his biggest redemption was walking away from the system that used him. As of 2025, Neymar is still only 33. He's recovering from another injury, but he's not finished. Rumors swirl of a return to Brazil. Maybe Santos, maybe MLS, maybe a final World Cup. But his legacy is already written. In scars, in magic, in heartbreak. He is Brazil's third all-time top scorer, a Copa America winner, an Olympic gold medalist. But he's also the cautionary tale of modern football, of how fame can build you and destroy you. To this day, fans are divided. Some mourn the lost potential. He could have been the best ever. Others defend him fiercely. PSG never protected him, they used him. And some just feel sadness, because Neymar's story isn't one of failure, it's one of loneliness, of a boy who dreamed of glory, but found isolation. So why did Neymar really leave PSG? It wasn't just about money or trophies, it was about trust, about betrayal, about mental survival. He left because PSG broke the promise. He left because he was tired of pretending. He left because he had nothing left to prove. In the end, Neymar's exit wasn't a fall from grace, it was an escape. A quiet, painful goodbye from a man who gave everything and asked only to be believed in. Neymar's story is not over, but one chapter has closed with pain, with silence, with scars. He may never win the Ballon d'Or, but he gave us something else. Moments, joy, chaos, and above all, emotion. And maybe that's what football truly needs. Let us know in the comments. Do you think Neymar was betrayed by PSG, or did he make his own mistakes? If you enjoyed this deep dive, like, share, and subscribe for more powerful football stories.